Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Yeshe, and I have the pleasure of introducing our fabulous and delightful speaker, Carolyn Hauser, to you. So, Carolyn is a mom of two and is one of the world's leading experts in family constellations and has built a successful coaching and mentoring practice. She is now a rising leader in the MLM industry as well. So Carolyn grew up in Germany and with no ideas or inclinations of being an entrepreneur, but as life would have it, in her 20s, she fell in love with an American, and lucky us, and followed him to the United States. So with only $7 in her pocket and a dream of helping herself and many others to be emotionally and financially free, she arrived. So Carolyn currently is living her dream after a year of being on a tropical beach with her kids. She's now in Arizona and is building Juice Plus from there. So without further ado, let's welcome Carolyn.
Thanks so much for having me, and I'm really excited to be here and sharing space with all of you together. So before we dive into Juice Plus, I just wanted to go over why network marketing is such a great opportunity in our view. This is not from me. Robert Kiyosaki came up with this. It's called the cash flow quadrant. It's 4 different squares. You can divide the square into 2 halves, left side and the right side. The left side is where most people are stuck. 95% of the population is stuck in this left half of the quadrant in either a job or self-employment situation, which essentially is like a job. It's not much better, which most people find out after a little while. Problem in this left half is that you are heavily taxed and it's very hard to save and get ahead. Whereas on the right side, this is where 5% of the population lives or resides, and 95% of the wealth is held. These are the business owners and investors, people that can either have other people work for them or have money work for them. Now, Robert Kiyosaki basically puts network marketing up here in this quarter, in the right upper quadrant. Even though we don't have our own company where we employ people, it's the same principle where we can leverage off the power of many and multiply our efforts. And therefore, it is really a very good and very valid and valuable tool to create freedom and get ahead financially, if that's something that you desire. And so I'm obviously very much into that, and I love helping people doing that, and we're all about that. And wouldn't it be amazing if you could get out of the left side and be in the right side and be more in charge of your money and also see more of your money? Also, what most people don't realize is that in order to have residual income, money that you don't need to work for, in order to have that, you would have these amounts in the bank. And I just want to get quickly over it. So for example, if you had $300 residual income coming in every month, you would need $72,000 in the bank at a 5% interest rate, which, you don't get that in any bank, right? You would have to have it invested with risk. So in a network marketing business, what it allows you is over time, basically, you're not putting money into the bank, but you are building this, and it's like having money in the bank because your income will come. If you build it correctly, it will keep coming without you having to put in time and time and time. And then one last really interesting tidbit on home-based businesses. Even if you're still working in a job, having a home-based business allows you to have a tax write-off, and for most people, it can save between $4,000 and $8,000 yearly in taxes. Obviously, we don't just want you to build a business so that you can save taxes, but it's just a really nice side benefit as well. Why Juice Plus? Well, Juice Plus as a company, their vision is to inspire healthy living around the globe because it's the next best thing to fruits and vegetables. When Juice Plus was founded 50 years ago, Jay Martin, the founder, had a vision to create something lasting and create something that contributes to the well-being of the world. And then 25 years ago, they've started focusing just on what they're doing now, which is the fruits and vegetable extracts and capsules. And even back then, it was already known that people did not get enough fruits and vegetables. Even if you were eating fruits and vegetables all day long, you don't get enough. What I specifically like about this company is that it has been doing one thing for a very long time. So as you know, when you do something for a long time, you become a master at it. It's kind of one of the principles I live by in my life. It's privately held. It's debt free. Isn't that awesome to be with a company where they are their own boss and they are debt free, and they operate in over 21 countries now, and they handle everything for us. They do all the logistics and the admin and so forth. They are in the wellness industry, obviously. And what I also love about them is that we don't just promote a product, we actually promote a lifestyle. And I'll talk about the support system and what we have to really be successful in this company in a little while. But one of the things is our upline, Mitra Ray. She's a Stanford scientist, and she has created a program that's called the Shred 10. And the Shred 10 is basically a kickstart program for anybody who wants to get their health back on the right trajectory. And so it's not just a product, there's 5 or 7 things that go with lifestyle changes that go with taking the products. And so it's much more fun because you don't just sell product or share product, you actually get to hold hands for people and truly see their transformation, not just in their physical health, but also if they choose to be a distributor in their financial health. I love it because it's so simple. I love simplicity. Who doesn't, right? Don't you love simplicity? Our lives are complex enough that if we can keep it simple, the better. And also, most successful things are successful because they have simplicity to it, or they can become successful because there is simplicity either in the system or the way it's done or in the way they communicate. So simplicity and success really go hand in hand. And then what sets Juice Plus apart from any other network marketing company or any other supplement company really is that they have over 35 published studies, and they're not just published somewhere, they're peer-reviewed medical studies that have been done in conjunction with university, institutes, Olympic teams. So institutes and institutions and groups that really have a name, basically, not just no names or not just them by themselves. And you cannot find this anywhere else in this industry. Isn't that amazing? Juice Plus's vision is to impact millions more people around the globe. They are going to open up Mexico next year and a couple other European countries that they haven't so far. And they keep working on going into other international markets. And they also work very closely in giving back, especially and specifically around children's health. They are, I think, the biggest donor for the St. Jude's Children's Hospital, John Hopkins Hospital, around cancer studies for children, research for children's health. And then they also a big contributor to the Boys and Girls Club in America with the Tower Gardens, where they bring Tower Gardens into the Boys and Girls Clubs and help children learn about food, learn about how food is grown, learn about how to eat healthy, and all of that good stuff. And if you're anything like me, you love giving back and you like contributing and making the world a better place. And so being associated with a company like that just to me feels amazing. And I'm assuming that would feel really great to you as well. As I said, we don't just have the products, we have amazing programs and support. We have a Facebook group, it's called the Shred 10 Movement. Our upline and we provide a 10-day shred every month. It starts on the first Monday of every month. It's a 10-day life up-leveling, health up-leveling program where people, for example, let go of consuming alcohol and coffee for that time and meat products with the help of the product. So the products themselves are these things up here. You can see 4 bottles, and these bottles are capsules. The red one is a powder that's made from orchard fruits, like apples and pears and so forth. The green one is a powder that's made from vegetables, broccoli and kale and lots of other things, and they're put in a capsule. And the purple one is powder that's made from berries and cherries and things like that, and they're also put in a capsule. This was really the core product. That's how Juice Plus started. It's a trio. And then recently, I think just this year actually, they came up with a plant-based omega. It's fatty acids from, I believe, 10 different plant seeds. So they're completely plant sourced. The capsules are made from tapioca. So all these products are vegan. When you take these omegas, you don't run into the danger of burping fish oil. And let me tell you, I once took fish oil capsules before a date and went on a date and couldn't stop burping, and it was very disgusting and it was very embarrassing. So that will not happen with these capsules. Anyway, and then over here to the right is basically these three things in chewable forms for children. And another really cool thing is that once an adult takes the capsules, one child in the household qualifies for the Children's Health Study, which means that children can get these chewables for free once the adult takes the capsules. So that's really awesome because Juice Plus obviously wants to support children being fed healthier in this country and around the world. And I am too, so I'm super excited about this. And then in the background here, you see the shakes, shake powder, complete powder. If you think of this whole product line as a nutritional system, then you would have the oil, the fats here, the nutrients and minerals here, and in the shakes you would have the carbohydrates and the proteins in forms of plant-based amino acids. And so in essence, when you take this, you're really giving, when you take this, I'm saying all the products, the shakes with the fatty acids and the plant powders, you're really giving your body what it needs. And then obviously we still want you to eat really healthy, but even if you ate really healthy all day long, I think today's recommendation is 19 different servings of fruits and vegetables, which it's almost impossible to do. You would have to be grazing all day long. And so this gives you a good amount of it, and then you still want to eat really healthy and have your 3 to 5 meals a day. The Tao Gardens are super fun because they help you grow your own stuff, and they help teach your children to grow stuff, and they can transform whole city landscapes. They can put the power back into your hand. They're also super economical. I was living in California before, and we had a water drought, and these towers grow with, I think, 90% less water than a regular garden, and they're just really fun. And it's fun to just go, well, and also they don't, when you grow in a tower, your refrigerator gets much better use because you don't need to put produce in your refrigerator, you just harvest it freshly. So it helps you with storage management and so forth in your refrigerator also, which I really liked. Imagine, having one of these in your gardens or at home. They have now one that you can grow indoors. So it's just really fun. I just imagine how fun that would be to just know where your food is coming from and how good that feels. Juice Plus as a business opportunity. I mentioned this a little before. They do a lot for us. We have no inventory. So they produce the product, they do the quality control, they make sure that there's no pesticides, herbicides, or anything in the end product. That's why it has an NSA label, which is basically confirming that there's no pesticides or herbicides or any bad stuff in the end product. So they're cleaner than organic. They keep all the inventory, they do all the shipping, they do all the logistics. We basically just share and make referrals, and then anyone orders from Juice Plus directly. So I order directly from Juice Plus, you order directly from Juice Plus, and Juice Plus keeps track of who orders from who and pays commissions out on that, basically, to make it really simple. There's no big upfront investment. You're always just going to have your own product. You don't have to have inventory. We're not selling it, right? We don't have inventory and then sell it. People directly order from Juice Plus. You'll have your own website that you can direct people to, or you can put orders in for friends and people when you do meetings and other ways to share about this. So there's really no risk there's no risk other than if you don't do anything with this, you would have wasted some time, which we hope doesn't happen, because we do have a really good system in place in order for you to make sure that you actually start generating income. And in the beginning, the first step is to basically generate enough to make your money back and have your product paid for. And then there's people that go on to making $500 to $1,000 a month. And then there's people that make crazy money, right? And you pick, and you don't have to decide in the beginning. A lot of people just got started because they wanted the product, and then they realized, oh, I can get my product paid for. And then they really saw the benefit of Juice Plus, and then they got really into it, and then they got hungry and started making money. So you don't have to know now. There's different ways you can get started. For the complete Shred 10 would entail 2 shakes a day and all the powders and the omegas, and that's about $240 with shipping a day for 4 months. The products come in a 4-month supply. Depending on your budget, there's other ways, as you can see, that you can modify it, but really the Shred 10 package is the ideal. And most people, the only reason why we would recommend not to do it is if you can't put it in your budget, if you can't fit it in your food budget, for example, then there's ways to modify it so that you can get started and have the benefits of the transformation and the products. So the first step is really just to sign up as a distributor. It's $50 for the year, and you renew every year. That gives you access to your back office. And that back office, you can see your stats, and you can manage your team, and you can put it in the orders, and you can have a website, and it's just basically your admin center. And like I said, you only order your own products. There's no monthly minimum requirement. And then the first step is we teach you how to get to HLP, which is basically you and another person and one more order. And when you are at HLP, the commissions that you make will pay pretty much for your product in the first month. And then as you get to the next levels, your residual income will start going to the level where it can pay for your products. When you get to HLP, you get a bonus in the first month. That's why it pays your product payment in full in the first month. Now, this is really exciting. The compensation plan, and there's 5 ways that we generate our income in Juice Plus. Sales profit is the first level, where you basically just get a percentage of whatever is sold in your group from you and your partners and customers that you have. And that sales profit percentage depends on the level that you're at. It starts at 6% and goes up to 22% when you're at sales coordinator, and that's the highest level. Then commissions that are dependent on different levels. Bonuses are depending on you helping people achieve things. Like when somebody in your organization achieves an HLP, healthy living plan, HLP, you get a bonus, they get a bonus. And that's true for all the different levels, and you can see the different bonuses here. So if I help somebody become a sales coordinator on my team, they get $600 in commission, and I get $600 in commission. And then there's title rewards. When you achieve a certain title, you get extra commissions as well. So in the beginning, if you need to make income quickly, your bulk of the income will come from the bonuses. And over time, your income will stabilize as your group grows, as your network grows, as your consumer network and your team grows, and the stability of your income will come from the commissions and the sales profits. Now, National Marketing Director is really what a lot of people aspire to get to, and is a really good goal to get to, because at that level, you're generating a 6-figure income. And not only that, you're also getting a full-blown benefits package as if you had a 6-figure income and were working at a corporation. So you get health insurance, life insurance, dental insurance. You can qualify for tuition assistance for your children. And there's several other benefits that are in that benefits package. Plus, you get a business investment bonus up to $3,000 that allows you to travel around, help your team, put on events, and so forth. So it's a really, really amazing place to get to and to be in. And we'd love to support to get you. So if that's something that you want, if you just need a little more income, if you just want to have income so you can take your take a vacation here and there, we're happy to support you as well. Anything is possible. And then, like I said, there's crazy levels over here. If you have really big aspirations, that is possible as well. The beautiful thing in network marketing is there is no discrimination. It's an equal opportunity for everybody. And it does a little bit depend on the support that you have. And luckily for us, we have really great support and great systems. One of them is Mitra Ray, our grandmother. She's the Stanford scientist. She found Juice Plus 25 years ago when they were just starting with, I think, 10 other beginning distributors. She's done amazing work in the world. She's from India originally, and I think she supports a school in India and all kinds of other things. And she supports us through the Shred 10 group, and then also our Shining Star team group. And then if you decide to join our team, I become part of your support system. And we've put an amazing tool in place, which is called the High Vibe Duplicator, because oftentimes the reason why people struggle so much in network marketing, and just as a statistic, I think most people that start in network marketing sponsor an average of 2.2 people, and then they drop out. So the dropout rate is high and the duplication rate is really low. And I've invested tons of time and tons of money into figuring out why that is and what needs to happen to change that. And we've come across the system and have been using it successfully in our team. It comes with training so that everybody knows the same stuff and does the same steps, and it's designed so anyone can truly do it. You don't have to have marketing knowledge. You don't have to have built a business beforehand. And it is a system, right? It is just a tool. So we have this tool, and we have an amazing team with amazing team culture. Juice Plus in general, the culture within the company and within the different teams is amazing. Everybody supports each other. It's just a really, really fun and loving group to be around. And part of our business is to just love on people. And so before we close it out here today, I just want to bring Joya on real quick so she can share her story. I'll share my quick story and Yeshe, and then we'll wrap it up. So let's see are you unmuted?
Yes.
Perfect.
Hello, everyone. My name is Joya Gibble. I am an energy worker, and I do have a degree in environmental studies from many years ago. And that is actually where I first learned about the agricultural system of the Western world, especially, and the harm that that's doing to us and the way that toxins get into our body from the environment and from the food that we eat. Before I joined Juice Plus, I was already eating relatively healthy, at least healthier than most of my friends and my family, but I was still having trouble on a day-to-day basis with my moods going up and down and with having low energy. And I was steadily gaining weight just due to life and stress, and also due to the food and the toxins that were building up in my body. And I was stuck in a cycle of working for companies that just didn't really seem to fully appreciate me and my talents and my passions. And I was really frustrated with that. So I've been with Juice Plus for just a few months now, and actually, literally within the first week of doing the Shred 10 program, I noticed a difference in my energy and in my moods, and the bloating in my stomach went down. And so that had me really convinced, and I went ahead and hopped on because I wanted to share this with other people. And now I'm super excited about my health and my financial future. I've already helped several people get into healthier habits, and I have money coming into my account every month that wasn't coming in before. So I think that's awesome, and I'm super excited for where we're going to take this.
Yeah. And I had already built a downline in Germany. I'm originally from Germany, and was kind of deaf to just the person that sponsored me literally hounded me for 7 years before I said yes. I'm glad he stayed persistent. I had gone to chronic fatigue and burnout and was still looking to help my energy. And I finally said yes to going to a talk that Mitra did, and something clicked when I heard her speak. Went on to product, really had a big shift in my energy and the way I felt. Lost 30 pounds within a very short amount of time. I wasn't even intending to lose weight, but it just happened. Started feeling much better, and just got really excited about building this as a backup, basically, because in my personal business in the mentoring, there is no retirement plan, there's no residual income. I either have clients or I don't have clients. If I don't have clients, I don't have money. If I'm sick, I don't have money. If something happens, I don't have money. And I really did not want to be exposed to the risk of ever not having a stable and predictable income. And so I'm very happy that I made that decision. I'm waking up every morning knowing exactly what to do. I love working with my team. I get to love with some of the most fun people. I'm surrounded by love every day, and it is very rewarding. And yeah, I couldn't have made a better choice, really. Yeshe, do you want to share your story too?
Sure, I'd be happy to. Thank you. So, as you know, I'm Yeshe, and I'm happy to say that I'm a survivor of anal cancer and have been cancer-free since last fall, September of 2018. And I actually wish I knew about these products before. During my intense challenges with anal cancer, I was in recovery by the time I was fully introduced to the products. And Carolyn did attempt to share them with me earlier, but I was not in a hearing mode. But when she did share them with me the second time and I was in a hearing mode, I was struggling to just feel okay in my recovery process. And I was no longer on chemo and I was complete with radiation, but I was still feeling like something inside me had died. And I was still wrestling with symptoms that interrupted my ability to sleep. So since I began using the plant powders, and actually I've started with all of the products with the Shred 10 whole setup, and I found that my body had reset itself to an earlier bedtime and an earlier rising time, and with no other changes in my routine other than doing having the Shred 10 guidelines as my way of eating. And I began waking up feeling rested and ready for my day. And I cannot even begin to tell you how wonderful it feels to be able to say that. I think my favorite thing about using these products is that my doctor wants me to continue using them, which is really cool because I have a need to be aware of my bowel situation. He's recommended that I absolutely stay on the shakes for their daily natural fiber content. And I'm so glad because they're really delicious. Another thing that I get excited about is how easy it is to actually share the products and the opportunity for financial growth. So with very little effort, I reached our HLP level, which is one of the levels that Carolyn showed in the slide that had the steps, which is, the first tier where you can earn commissions. And I made $200 in my first few weeks of signing on, which paid for my product. So how cool is that? I'm really, really happy to be on this team, and I'm glad that we're doing this together. So thanks so much for letting me share.
Yeah, my pleasure. Our pleasure. So timing is everything. You could think, oh, why now? Why now? But actually, there's an actual time factor right now. With Juice Plus has had a very complicated marketing plan that almost nobody understood, including me. I've been with them for 4 years now, and I still don't get it. So they have decided to simplify the marketing plan. And what that means is that starting January 2020, they're going to be not only the company with the simplest product and the one of the best products on the market, they're also going to be the company with a competitive marketing plan that's easy to understand and makes sense and is easy to build now. And so right now we're in a time window where if we do it right, we can position ourselves really well for 2020 and just take advantage of all the changes that are coming. And in any ways in life, when an opportunity presents itself, there's a reason why. And oftentimes when we think too long or don't act on it, opportunities do go away or they change. And so if you do feel an inkling that this is an opportunity that you want to take advantage of, I do urge you to not delay it and to just decide to hop in now. Of course, you don't know what it looks like. That's what we are for. And so your decision right now is not, oh yeah, I'm going to do this successfully. Your decision is I have more questions, but I'm really not that interested. Fine, just go back to the person that invited you. or your decision is, oh, you know, this makes sense to me. What I've heard so far makes enough sense to me that I at least want to try out the product, get on the product. If that's you, go back to the person that invited you and tell them, let them know that you're interested in becoming a customer. They can answer your questions that you still have. Or you maybe already been a customer and you've been toying with the idea of becoming, joining the team and building this as a business for yourself. Or based on what you've seen today, it just makes sense to you to start out by trying the products and also at the same time sharing about them. If that's you, obviously, we're very happy that you're on this call. Also get back with the person that invited you to this call and let them know that you are ready. You're number 3, that you're ready to get your products and join our team. And then the next step just would be, if you're ready to start the business, we will take you by the hand and just step by step take you through getting started training, to your first month, and hold your hand every step of the way. So I want to thank you for your time. I hope this was enlightening for you, and I hope to welcome you to our team soon, and have a blessed rest of your day.